guys are both so powerful and both so light. And so tell us a little bit about being conscious in the entrepreneurial world, because that's really a big thing. We're in positions as a CEO, we're in positions, even as a personal trainer or in the bodybuilding field, like that's a very masculine field, right? And then law is extremely, like you said, Emily. So tell us about being a conscious woman in the entrepreneur world, because it's not an easy role by any means. We have to be soft and pretty at the end of the day, but hardcore during the day, right? And so we have to find balance between the two. So tell us a little bit about how you guys find balance.
So something that I've learned is that, and it kind of ties back to that whole concept of learning and enjoying that passion, having that passion to learn, is that we're constantly learning and we're constantly growing. And as somebody who, I'm very, very hard on myself, so I had to learn to be okay with making mistakes and learning from those mistakes, taking personal accountability and just recognizing that, you know what, I don't know how to do this, but I am going to go, full throttle and figure out how to do this, figure out how to make it happen. And if it's wrong, at least I know I put everything in it and I won't make any excuses. So it's just that concept of constantly being refined, constantly learning, but also being adaptable. And like you said, it is a, yin yang. It is a balance, a dichotomy. We as women, we bring such an amazing and unique outlook on things. And we have a unique capacity to be able to understand people, to be able to almost interpret feelings and emotions, which I think is very unique to a feminist, like the feminist qualities of people. So that really comes in handy when it comes to interacting with people.
That's what I was going to say. I think you stated that perfectly. I think to add to that, I think our ability as women to bring both to the workplace, to be able to tap into either the masculine or feminine energy when we need to, I think it makes us very powerful players in business, and especially as business owners. And like you said, at the end of the day, like when you're done with your work, or when you're interacting with Tommy, or when I'm going out with people, like you want to bring that feminine touch, right? That joy, like we bring empathy to the workplace. Like we bring that we have men can have a high EQ too, but I think women, I don't know for sure, but I think women it may come easier to women to have a higher like emotional like intelligence and more empathy. Yeah. So we can tap into that when we need to. I found that it is critical to be able to switch those on and off, because when I first started in the firm, I was so inundated with work and billable hours, and you have to stand up for yourself, and it's just such a rush, right, all the time. So the dogs are literally going crazy behind us. Sorry. But you have to be in a very masculine state in that way. But what I found in the beginning was that I couldn't shut that off. I didn't even realize I was tapping into it until I was talking with someone, and he said, he would always, whenever he talked to me on the phone, he would tell me a joke, and I would laugh. And then all of a sudden my masculine energy was gone and my feminine was in. And he taught me that. And I thought that was a very powerful thing to be aware of, because if I take the masculine energy into places where feminine energy is required, it can totally screw things up. So yeah.
That's so amazing. And you guys know that I teach energy, so that resonates really well with our viewers. And, the masculine and the feminine, we have both within us. And there are times and there are moments in life, whether you're a man or a woman, that you have to bring out both, right? The sensitivity and the love and the kindness and the empathy of a woman, and the spirituality and the gifts that we have as the, divine feminine, and then the divine masculine, where it's the action and it's the motivation and it's the, driving force. And so that is such an amazing thing, because, to be an entrepreneur in today's society is not easy, because we do have to balance that.